So welcome everyone, my name's Diabeg Dino. This is the streamer workshop that I do once a month. You can find my link to my stream down below in the comments and in the description, and as well as links to my Discord and my Twitter. I announce all of my streams on there. We also, I do this stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I usually do Division, sometimes some other games. We also do Borderlands on Thursdays with friends. I try to be very active in the community. I stream on those days at 8 p.m. Eastern, and tonight we're going to be doing the streamer workshop. We're going to be discussing how to grow your stream and the right way and the not so right ways of doing it. Kind of the what you should be doing and what you should be avoiding. So let me. So some of the good things that you should definitely be doing to build your stream. The number one rule you will find on pretty much any YouTube video out there is to set a schedule and have that schedule displayed on your stream, whether it's in the panels, on a timer, or anything like that. Always have a set time. It's often discussed that if you like a TV show, now this is, back a year or two before all the streaming services have kind of begun to reign supreme. But if you like a TV show, you know when that TV show is going to be on because it's played on the same day at the same time. Kind of the same idea behind streaming is you want to be known when you're going to be live, and you want to hit those times and dates as often as you possibly can. And if you're not, then it's a really good idea to have some social media, whether it's a Discord channel, a Twitter channel, anything like that, to relay why you are not going to be making your stream for that evening. I know a lot of people are kind of adverse from starting a Twitter account. I know I was when I first started streaming, but I will say that Twitter is probably one of the best social media devices a streamer can have. And it's kind of a catch-22 because it's great for the streamer because it's very easy to connect with the games you're interested in on Twitter, the developers behind those games, the producers, anyone and everyone behind the game that you so love to play can be found on Twitter for the most part. It's kind of a thorn for your viewers, though, because not all of your viewers are vested into the games and the social media platforms to have a Twitter. Twitter is probably one of the newer forms of social media and probably one of the more intimidating ones, because you are limited to only a certain amount of characters in your tweet, and it takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you do get used to it, it is a very, very valuable social media tool. The next thing is just having a Discord. Not only having a Discord, because a Discord is not necessary to be a streamer by any means. But I recommend having the Discord app and being familiar with it and going and joining communities in Discord that you find. You will find throughout Twitch and Mixer and all of the streaming platforms out there many people who have Discords, and there's nothing saying that just because you are part of my community that you can't be part of another streamer's community. Like, it's not like you're breaking loyalty or anything like that, and I hope nobody in at least my stream ever feels that I'm making you pick my community over somebody else's community, because that's not what I'm about. That's not what the community is about, or anything like that. You should join, in my opinion, as many discords as you can that have to do with the game and just the networking that you prefer. If it's Division 2 that you like, go around to a bunch of Division streamers and join their discords. Now, I'm not saying you should go into those discords and be spamming, "Hey, I'm a streamer, you guys should come watch me." That's never okay. That is rule number 1 on the do not do, is self-advertise. Do not self-advertise another streamer's streams unless they give you permission, which tonight everybody has permission. If you're a streamer, do !SO and your name. You have a 15-minute timer when you do that. So every 15 minutes, you can cycle your shout out. And everybody who's in here just watching, please, go and follow these people who are giving the shout outs. If nothing else, it'll give you a streamer to go and check out later. Follows are free. Just because you follow somebody doesn't mean you need to go and watch their stream all the time, every second of every day when they're online. Not by any means. Thank you, Redwood. Just go give these people follows. The follows help out everyone. They're free, and in the long run, it goes a long way when you're streaming. But discords, there's so many different uses for Discord. You can find communities for that deal specifically with streaming. You can find communities that are for mental health. There's communities for your favorite game. There's just so many different communities out there, and they're all just so wonderful to go in and be a part of and learn from other people. Now, I mentioned earlier not to do self-promotion in streams and whatnot. You never want to go into a stream, into another streamer's stream, and say, "Yeah, I've been streaming and I really like this game, and what do you think of it?" That's being, that's throwing a little bit of a shout out for yourself when you don't know whether or not that streamer wants it. There's some streamers who will ban you outright for doing that. There's others who will give you a warning. There's some that don't care. It's for every streamer to decide. And if they have the policy that you get banned, that's their right. You have to respect their right. There's a rule section when you come into a person's stream, and that is probably going to be listed on there if they don't appreciate it. And even if they don't really care, you need to tread very carefully around that. Always. So what do you do with networking then? Because networking is extremely important in streaming. It's how you build. Networking with people, with other streamers, with the communities, stuff like that. It's really easy. There's no secret to building up your stream and being successful. It's about being personable, and it's about going into the community that you're streaming for and being part of that community. That means going into other streamers' streams and talking, not about your stream, just talking in general about the game that you like. Go and if you're watching a stream about streaming like this, this is a great platform to discuss. Hey, I'm a new streamer. I have these questions. What do can you help me out? That's the proper platform to do that. But in a gaming, because Twitch is, all about gaming, 9 out of 10 times, just interact with the communities. Learn about the people who are in that stream watching that streamer. Once you are part of those streams day in, day out, you're going to recognize people who come in regularly. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them how their day is. Be personable. Just like you would with a normal with a person in an average day face to face. Treat them as a person, not a number. Those people will in turn potentially look at your profile, look at your follower count, see that you've streamed a game recently, and they might hit a follow-up for you. The streamer that you're watching will take notice of you being interactive in their stream. And one day when they're going to send their raid off to somebody, they might see you in passing and go, oh, wait a minute. I know that person. They're really active in my chat. I'm going to throw them this raid, help them out. It helps out so much just by talking in streams and making yourself known. Now, you always have to be careful. You don't want to come off as the arrogant asshole or the know-it-all or trying to what's going on, man? Trying to make yourself out to be a better player than the streamer that you're currently watching. Use common sense. Let's just put it that way. Use common sense when you're interacting with other streams and the people in those streams. But as I said, networking is basically rule number 2. 9 months, that 1 year coming in quick, dude. I can't wait. Cannot wait. I've got, I think, 1 or 2 12-month subs now. But yeah, so networking is always good. Is the main way to grow your stream. But another thing you want to do is when you're visiting these streams, go and visit streams similar to the size that you currently stream for. If you stream on average for 2 people, this is not including any alternate accounts that you might have logged in and in your stream. If you have 2 actual people in your stream, go out, find a streamer with 2 to 3 people, hop into their stream, interact with them, get to know them, because you guys can start bouncing people back and forth. You never know when a streamer that you're watching and interacting with becomes the next hot thing, and because you guys bounced raids back and forth from each other, they're going to continue to bounce some of their bigger raids over to you, or vice versa, you bouncing bigger raids over to them. It's very much a you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours in streaming quite often. So find a streamer similar to your size. Find one that's a little bit bigger. As I was saying from the previous example, if you stream to 2 viewers, go find a streamer who streams to 10 viewers. See what they do in their stream. Pick up hints and tricks from them. Like, what causes their stream to be desirable for those 10 people that you aren't doing in your stream? And I guarantee you, it's not going to be because they have Streamlabs running and another computer and all of this stuff. That factors into the equation in a very small way. It's more about your personality, being personable, talking to people, having conversations with yourself when there isn't anybody there. Things like that. That's what's going to cause people to keep coming back. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'm not joking. You want to be constantly talking, because if somebody comes into your stream when there's nobody else in there and you're not talking and you're just very focused on what you're doing and you're not paying attention to chat and you miss what they say and you're not talking, they're going to go somewhere else, because you can only watch so much of somebody staring blankly at a screen, so focused on the content at hand that they aren't browsing at their dashboard every once in a while and watching the chat. If you don't have the interface, the Streamlabs and everything, you're still got a mobile phone and you're still watching the dashboard, or on your tablet or your Chromebook or your laptop or whatever it might be. You're still watching the conversations that are going on in your stream. And you want to make sure that you hit those conversations when they happen. So like I said, go and watch somebody with 10 viewers. See how they interact with their stream. See how they talk to the people. See how they interact with them. See how personable they are. Give them a follow and become part of their community and talking to them and getting to know them. And the last thing is, find a streamer who is even a partner, streaming to like 70, 80 people. And again, this is to give you reference on where are they in their stream and in their content. How is their stream being ran that they're bringing in that many people? And again, just observe, watch, be part of the conversation. Don't be scared to interact with people. I will say this: I've seen a lot of people who have anxiety or just mental health issues that do streaming. Some people do it to help them be more sociable, or help them have conversations with other people, and being personable, and trying to get over that immense fear that they have. And that's awesome. That is so awesome to see when you find a streamer who does exactly that, because they're not in it for views, they're not in it for money, they're not in it for anything other than that friendship. And it's crazy, because those are the people who do so well on streaming, because they're in it for the friendships. They're in it trying to break free of their comfort zone, and they have so much support behind them, helping them get over that, and it's just awesome to see. But yeah, I mean, find somebody around the same size, find somebody a little bit larger, and then find somebody who is much larger, and just watch all those streams and take notes and become part of all of those communities. I am part of probably like 15 Discords, I would say, approximately. Some of them I'm very active in, some of them I'm mods for, and some of them I'm not overly active in. I'm part of purely for the conversations that go on in there, and to pick up tips about streaming through that. Because even though I run this workshop, I've got a long ways to go. a very, very long ways to go before I ever can even dream about becoming a partner. And that's okay. That's the challenge, and that's the challenge that I'm up for. That's the challenge that I told myself I was going to have to deal with when I first started streaming. And that is my very, very long distant goal, is to make that partner and get that check mark by my name at some point. So let's go on and discuss some other stuff. I have talked to your stream written down because that's something you need to do. Like I said, regardless of if you have 0 people in here or you have 150 people in here, you need to talk to your stream always like you're streaming for 1,000 people. Make sure you are always having that conversation. Make sure that you don't have that awkward dead time in your stream. Make sure that you're asking people for their point of views. If you're playing games, hey, what do you guys think I should be doing here? People are always, you see question after question from people going, well, my stream's dead. I don't know what to talk about ever. That's probably the most common thing that you see from new streamers is, I don't know what to talk about. Talk about the day. Talk about your day. Talk about what you're doing. Make sure, so here's a side topic. Make sure you're playing a game that you enjoy. I've often said you should try to break into a community that has that's a little bit on the smaller side. So like, don't do Apex or Fortnite or stuff like that, because it's a lot harder to break into those streams or those communities unless you are just absolutely amazing at that game. And then you still need pure luck to get noticed to a point where you break through those double digits and beyond. But I'm going to actually kind of take away from that. I'm going to say stream what you like. Because if you're not streaming what you like and you're streaming something just because you think that's how you're going to gain viewers, you're going to suffer, your stream's going to suffer, and you're not going to have any fun. You should always have fun while you're streaming. It is well, depending on what you're streaming for, if you're streaming to eventually become partner, you're streaming to make it a business. And as much as you want to have fun playing games and making money doing it, you always have to have that business thought in the back of your head about how you're going to be achieving that. By the way, guys, feel free to throw up questions in the stream, and we'll be sure to get to those questions here in just a few. So yeah, you always want to be talking in your stream. When you get somebody in there and they say hi, that's your chance to talk back. Say hi, how's it going? How's your day going? Good. I'm just here, new to the community, and watching what's going on. Well, we're playing this game. I'm at this part right now. I'm trying to figure out this problem. Have you ever played this game? Go back and forth. Open-ended questions are your friend. You learn that in school when you're having a conversation with someone. Don't ever do closed-ended questions that can just start and stop in a second. Always go open-ended. But talk constantly and about anything and everything. Whether it's about your personal life, if you don't mind talking about your personal life, or if it's about the game and something you're trying to figure out in the game. Me personally, I have very few filters when it comes to my stream, and I will talk about damn near anything. Most people who are regulars in my stream know all about my medical history, because unlike my name, Diabetic Dino, I have way more than just diabetes going for me. Some stuff I've managed to get over and get cured. Other things I'm still dealing with. And I'm pretty much an open book when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm not shy about it. I don't shy away from it. It happened. It's what has made me who I am today. And talking about it with somebody else might just help them deal with it if they're going through it as well. So medical issues that I have, stuff like that, I'll always talk about it. If there's ever anything that I am not okay talking about, I'll tell you straight up. I don't want to discuss that. I'm not a shy person. Which, streaming, I'm not a shy person.
Hey, listen.
If you ever met me in real life, that's a different question. Confine, what's that? I know I forgot to turn the sound effects off. But yeah, so I'm, talk about anything, everything, whatever you can, but always have conversations going in your stream. Definitely don't need to shave the beard. No. You also get people like Confined, which is one of my amazing mods that annoys the hell out of me on a daily basis. But it's okay because we love him. So, things to avoid in your streams. A lot of these are going to sound like, well, no shit. But you would be amazed at how many people think that this will get them to partner very quickly. And it doesn't. So, using view botting services, don't do it. For one thing, if you're using what was considered view botting, you'll get banned. That is a bannable offense by the TOS. If you use the quote-unquote legal view botting, such as the, what is it called? Streamer Royale. I believe that's the most recent one. You're getting inflated numbers, and you're not getting anything from those inflated numbers. You are getting no conversation in your stream. You are getting people who are lurking in your stream and not paying any attention to you purely for points so that they can do the same thing you're doing. And vice versa. Don't do it. It doesn't ever... I don't think I've ever seen anybody benefit from it or get anything out of it. You're not getting follows necessarily. You're not getting subs. You're not getting bits. You're not getting donations. You're not getting anything because they're not talking to you. They're there purely for the point system that is active in their Discord to show who is going to be getting people put in the channel to inflate their numbers. Rather have small numbers and get to know the viewers. Exactly. You're also not being given any chance to make any kind of a connection with those people because, again, those people aren't interacting with you. You can talk your heart out to them and they will not say a single word to you because they put their Twitch on your channel and then left to do who knows what else. It does no good for you. You're not building a community out of it. You're just getting inflated numbers that are going to serve you no purpose in the future. And I'm Twitch hasn't come out and said this, but I'm quite sure that if you pay attention, I think most people who use that service are actually getting denied their partner status because Twitch is watching for stuff like that. And they want to see when you're applying for your partner status that you have a community that's engaged and a community that is thriving and a community that is there and talking. Are you talking about view botting to the point system? Yeah, Redwood. I'm talking about the Streamer Royale stuff. So you don't want to use stuff like that because it doesn't get you anything but a brief hike in your numbers, and that's about it. So avoid those at all costs. They're going to look tempting, and you might even see some communities approach you when they see that you're a small streamer, trying to get you to join in and do these legal view bottings. Basically, don't do it. Follow for follow is another thing. Don't do follow for follow. It's a terrible system. You're again not getting any kind of repertoire between that person and yourself, because they come in and say, "Hey, I followed you. Will you come and follow me now?" That's all they do, and then you never see them again. That does nothing for you. That's another number in the top of the stream that means nothing. I would rather have numbers that mean something than just fake numbers that don't mean a damn thing. Sub for sub, exactly, another one. Sure, you get the 250 out of that, but you're actually down because you sub to them. So you're each out 250 of what they sub to you. And then you have to, potentially have a recurring sub. That's what they're hoping for on a sub for sub, is that you forget that you sub to them and you leave it reoccurring, and they benefit off of that sub, whereas they probably canceled their sub as soon as they gave it out to you, or used their Twitch Prime. Anything like that. Talk about the point system at first now. Only time follow for follow works is with friends you meet on Twitch. Yes, but I would not consider that follow for follow. I consider that you finding, because usually a follow for follow is an immediate thing. You go follow them, they follow you immediately, and then it's done. Whereas a follow for follow in your friends that you meet on Twitch through your community and everything, they're following you, and they'll usually be interacting for quite a while before I go over to their page and hit that follow button back. So I don't consider that a follow for follow. I just consider that being lucky and finding somebody who is interactive and potentially going to be putting on a good stream and following them back. That way, when they do go live, I can go and catch their stream and see if I'm correct about it. That's one of the big things that I do, and that's kind of what this workshop is about with the shout out system, is for you guys to go and follow the streamers that do give shout outs to themselves, but so that you can go over to their channel when they go live and see what that channel is all about. Then from there you can make your decision on if you want to go and watch those streams more. That's their chance to impress you. Groundhog with the host for 3 viewers. Groundhog, thank you so much. Good to see you, man. Welcome. And Redwood, we also kind of talked about that at the beginning as one of the ways to appropriately grow your stream is to interact with the community that you're a part of. The community that... so for me, per se, let's say Division 2, since that's what I play all the time. Going and finding a streamer about the same size as what you stream to, finding one a little bit larger, and then finding one either close to or has hit partner. And making sure that you're paying attention to those streams, seeing what they do that you don't do to bring in their viewers, and then giving raids to those smaller streamers. That way you're bouncing those raids back and forth when one of you is done. And then once you've grown your stream a little bit, then you can start going to that slightly larger streamer, throwing some raids over to them. If they have 10 viewers and you have 5, that's absolutely good to go and raid them. And assuming you've been interacting with their streams, then they already know you, and that is also a way that larger streamer goes, hey, that's Redwood from my stream. I know him. I didn't realize he streamed. I'm going to make sure I go over and catch their stream later. It's a great way. It's all about socializing and networking and doing it in such a way that you're not giving yourself self-promotion in streams. There's ways of not going into stream and saying, hey, I'm a streamer, you should follow me. But going into streams and saying, oh man, you're doing this mission on Division 2, I love this mission, and having an actual conversation, not about streaming and just about the game, because the streamer will eat that up, because that's what we love as streamers, is people interacting in the stream and having fun in the stream and giving that oh so precious conversations in the stream. So another way another bad way of growing your stream is that your viewers are more than just numbers. Don't ever think your viewers are just a number in the top of your screen and that they aren't an actual person. Every viewer that comes to your stream chose to click on your link. They chose to come in and see what your stream is about and see what you're offering in your stream. They are people. They make that decision. They are not number 47 or not follower 50, 483 or whatever the case might be. They're not sub number 27. They are people. Treat them as such, especially when they're talking to you. Do not ever treat them as just a number. Even if you're showing 5 people in your stream and not a single person is talking, they're still lurking in your stream. They are still seeing what your stream has to offer. So make sure you're giving them a damn good show, regardless of if they're talking to you or not. Make sure that you are interacting, because those people, they might suffer from anxiety or something similar, and just they have a hard time starting that conversation. So they wait for that right time. And if you're not talking and you're not communicating, they're never going to find that right time, and they're going to go somewhere else to where they can feel like they have that moment where they can chime in and give their input, because you're doing something that they know very well, and they think maybe they have something to offer help-wise. Listen to them. Always greet them when they are in there talking. Starla, with the 9 months in a row, 9 months with you, Dino. Starla, thank you so much. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Chat, let's get some sub hype in stream right now. See, chat, this is what I'm talking about. Listen. This is how you interact with your stream, with your chat. I have a feeling Starla's gonna tell me all about how much I don't want to watch my good friend Sorry BTR stream tomorrow. She did it. What'd you do, Starla? Now I'm scared, chat. Somebody hold me. You cleared the raid. Nice. Congrats, Starla. I am jealous. Jelly. And she got the Eagle Bear. God, she's just grinding it in. Like, ugh. But I'm so happy for you, Starla. That is awesome. I am beyond jealous. And, like, yeah, my jelliness is all over the place right now. But that is awesome. Huge congrats to you. That is amazing. Now I gotta go work on Xbox to do it. Well, Starla, work on it, girl. Work on it. Chat, this is what I'm talking about. This is the conversations and the communities you build from just starting off small and hitting that go live button and finding the people in the community. Starla, I was actually, so funny story about Starla. She actually came into the Division community and she didn't even play Division. But she was welcomed with open arms by so many communities. And she is just an absolute regular, and she is a mod for so many channels. And you know, she's just a phenomenal person all the way around. So everybody loves having Starla in their channel, because she will guaranteed give you stuff to talk about all the time. And it's great, and it's wonderful, and it's amazing. No, Starla, I was not going to go into specifics, don't worry. I'm just saying in general, you are an amazing person, and you are the viewer that everybody hopes to have. But yeah, chat, you gotta talk, and you have to, so here, if you don't like talking to yourself, or you feel it's stupid, or anything like that, talk to yourself in the car when you're driving to work. Talk to yourself when you're alone. Talk to yourself in the shower. Talk to yourself at any time that you can, when you are all by your lonesome. Have conversations about anything. Hell, make a damn paper sheet on questions that you can propose when you believe you have viewers in the stream that you think maybe they'll be interested in. What's your favorite anime? What's your favorite pizza? Does pineapple belong on pizza? Don't do that, chat. Don't do that one. Please, God, don't do that one. It's killed. It's dead. Don't do it. But, see, we have no pineapple. But, you know, any kind of question like that. It's favorite food. Best vacation ever. Dreams and desires. Who knows what? Just make a list of questions, and every so often, ask one. You never know when somebody's going to actually answer it and give you that conversation to have. And if there's nobody in there, then it's fine to ask that question out loud and not have any response. Nobody heard the question. Save it for later. Ask it again. So recently, I think he's going on 3, almost 4 months now. I had a good friend start streaming, and he made affiliate very quickly, and he is one of the most personable guys I know, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna blow up on Twitch, and his stream's gonna blow up, and it's gonna knock him for a loop. I'm pretty sure. I'm waiting for it. I've already seen a huge raid and huge numbers go to him once, and he hit it out of the ballpark. And it was amazing to see the interactions that was going on, because he ended up dying several times while playing Division, and it was hilarious to watch, because he was just trying to keep up with the discussions, and it was by pure chance, and by that pure chance that the raids all went to him. He ended up getting several viewers who frequent his stream now, because they found that stream that they love. Papadopoulos, what's up, my dude? Papadopoulos, don't forget to give yourself shout-outs every 15 minutes, my dude. Love to see you. Thank you so much for being here, as always. But guys, don't be afraid to talk to yourself.
Listen.
Confined, I'm always listening. What's up, dude? Favorite Pokemon? Yeah, exactly. Except so that's a great question. However, I don't play Pokemon, so I don't ask that question, because I don't know anything about Pokemon, and you're going to tell me a Pokemon, and there's a 75% chance I have no idea who you're talking about. So I don't ask that question. So another thing to be very careful of is once you reach the affiliate status, and even before that, be careful of using Restream.io if you do use that. It is a service that lets you stream to multiple platforms, or multiple streaming services: Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, all that stuff. I would highly recommend you just don't use it at all, because you're going to have to try to keep up with 3, 4, 5 conversations at once, assuming that you have people in all those streams, and that's going to be damn near impossible. Focus on one, and focus on it hard, and give it your all. Make yourself some goals. If it's to have a 3-hour stream where you're talking constantly, then set that as your goal. And do it one night. Watch your VOD. Always watch your VODs, guys, because you will learn so much from your VODs about where you might have gone wrong in your stream and where you probably hit it out of the ballpark. Watch your VODs. But guys, I get so like scatterbrained lately that I apologize when I kind of sound like I'm going off on a tangent. But yeah, don't do the Restream.io. Just pick a service and go with it, because not a single service you pick will make you grow at a faster rate than a different service. Keep that in mind. I went with Twitch, even though everything I would watch on like the top 10 tips of beginning streaming and all this stuff, because Twitch was a service I was familiar with. They had the largest amount of people watching streams, and I understood the pay scale for when I did finally reach a point to where I was making money doing the streaming thing. That's why I picked Twitch. Mixer is and was and still is the most confusing thing I've ever seen on how it works and how you get paid and how you the different tier levels and all of this other shit and stuff. I don't understand it, and I won't do something that I don't understand. Same thing with YouTube. I don't understand how you monetize streams on YouTube. And Facebook, same thing. I don't understand how they monetize streams on Facebook. I don't understand any of that. Now, given I haven't put much time in learning those, but Twitch I knew, because Twitch I had studied up on. So, as I live and breathe, hey bud, been lurking, phone call. How is everyone this fine evening? Side Hustle Sam, dude, how are you, man? It's good to see you. Things are going great. We're just doing our streamer workshop, trying to lay down some knowledge for people who are interested in streaming, and going from there. But guys, that's pretty much my spiel on growing and the good ways and bad ways of growing. So we're gonna open this up to kind of a Q&A session now that I love doing. So if anybody has questions about streaming, please ask away. And any streamers with answers, please answer. Because getting multiple viewpoints is wonderful. Anybody who has thoughts on what I've been talking about tonight, just shout them out. I love discussion. Love it. You have a question about streaming? Sam, what's your question? About music. Like a friend Tony, he has music on in the background, but I have had videos and music get censored. His VODs seem not to. So Sam, Tony every once in a while uses I'm trying to think of the correct term. And I'm not going to be able to think of it because I'm being put on the spot. Anyway, there's music you can find on Spotify that is not copyright. It is open source. Anybody can use it, and it doesn't get censored like that. Now, that being said, I will quite often play Spotify, and my VODs often will have the censorship on it, but it's kind of spread throughout. Why some songs are censored and some are not, I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm not sure what kind of program Twitch uses to capture what they consider potentially copyright issues and what isn't. I can tell you more and more streaming services are integrating Spotify into it. So I'm kind of amazed that there's still that much issue with it. Twitch included. I mean, they have extensions for Spotify. But yeah, that's the main reason, is that they're playing a song that was deemed copyrighted, and they mute it for safety of potential legal issues. That glorious beard, thank you. I've been working on it. I do need to get it trimmed though. What other questions do we have tonight, chat? Don't play music during stream so I can share clips of content on social media. With YouTube, if you play a game with firearms, you can get demonetized. So YouTube, YouTube has so much random stuff happening with it right now that I don't understand. I see a lot of people fleeing for their lives basically from YouTube. A lot of YouTube content creators have moved to Twitch, or at least started streaming on Twitch to make money that way, and then still doing videos, but expecting them to be demonetized. I think YouTube really needs to get their stuff put in line and figure things out, because they're losing people just left and right. Will I ever stream another console? I would stream my PS4. PS4 requires a little bit more setting up than what I've looked into, as far as, with the Xbox goes, especially with a party chat. So I haven't taken the time to look into it and setting it up and everything. I don't have much room in my current setup to throw another console on the desk that I use. So that's another reason. That being said, I've been thinking more and more of putting my PS4 up here, and I know more and more people who use PS4, so potentially using it as another platform to once again grow the stream, grow the community, and get more people involved. That, and I mean, God of War, and they're going to be having a expansion coming out, it's looking like. So I really want to play that on stream when it hits. So I will probably be looking into connecting my PS4 up in the not so distant future. My PS4 is also my DVD player on my main TV in the house, and the kids use it, so that's another reason. Thankfully, I have my old Xbox. I'll just set that back up and they can use that instead. Looking for royalty free music. Thank you, God. That is what the term I was looking for earlier when I could not think of it. Yes, royalty free music will not be flagged for muting your VOD. And that goes to you, Sam. Chat, what other questions do we have? Let's keep them coming. I'm having fun. I hope everybody else is having fun. Chat, make sure if you are a streamer that you are using the ! SO and then your name. And that will do a shout out for your stream. Anybody in chat tonight, if you see somebody you are not already following doing a shout out for their stream, make sure you go and you hit the follow button on their stream. It is going to be well worth it for them, and hopefully you find another stream to watch when you are looking for something to watch. Still waiting for Dino to get on PC. Starla, I'm still waiting for Dino to get on PC. If Dino would ever get his damn PC. One day. One day, chat. Unfortunately, that day seems to be getting pushed back further and further. Just because Mrs. Dino has 2 more semesters, fall and next spring, and then she's done with school. And then we don't have anything to worry about as far as tuition, because her tuition is not cheap. And so pretty much every cent goes towards that. But I've been told by Mrs. Dino, if I do not get a PC before she gets done with her schooling, that I will be getting one when she is done. So I got that going for me. Stream Doctor says, don't worry about RFM. What do you think? About royalty-free music? So when it comes to like being scared that you're going to be flagged or something like that on Twitch for not using royalty-free music, I wouldn't worry about it. because you are a small fish in a very big pond. And I can name off big streamers. We're talking I know one streamer who will stream for anywhere between 3 and 20,000 people in a stream. And I can tell you they do not use royalty-free music. They use Spotify just like me. And they have yet to get any kind of notice from Twitch that they are breaking terms of service or anything like that. So I wouldn't worry about it. The big thing about not using royalty-free music in your stream is if you're wanting to go back and watch your VODs later. If you are wanting to watch your VOD uninterrupted without any kind of mute put in place, don't play music. Or play royalty-free music, either or. Because if you play music, you're going to have a lot of it that's just silence, and you won't be able to get much out of your VOD. That's why we aren't playing music in this one, is because it is going to go up on YouTube, and I don't want it taken down because of it having music in it. So I don't play any music before I start, and I don't play any music for probably a good 10 to 15 minutes after I'm done, just to make sure that my VOD that I'm going to be using as a highlight to post up onto YouTube later doesn't have any muted section in the area that needs to be unmuted. But that would be my response to that, Redwood. Also, as you said, the stream doctor, Harris Heller, on Twitch, or Alpha Gaming on YouTube, is a great resource for streaming, and another place to get some really great top tips and stuff like that. I watch his stuff damn near religiously, because he's got a great personality. He talks about anything and everything, and is just an all-around good guy from everything I've seen. So, what other questions, chat? Let's go. I need some water. I don't have a hydration bot, so I know I'm lacking though. Oh, I forgot this is a green cup. That's awesome, chat. Anyways, easily amused. What's next? You can ask about anything, because chances are I'll answer it. Or at least give you a response. And if I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. Because this is a learning process for me also. Green screens, yay or nay? It's preference, Redwood. I use one because my house is old and shitty. And I mean, you can even ask Mrs. Dino. She absolutely hates this house. That's for different reasons. Well, no, reasons on top of the fact that it's old and shitty. But it's totally up to you. The room I'm streaming in, I've got some of the drywall torn down, so it looks god awful. So that's why I use a green screen. I can tell you, when Mrs. Dino and I finally find a new house and get moved and all that good stuff, I will probably do away with the green screen. So here's some of the stuff with green screen or no green screen. Green screen is great because you have more screen space to have more of your gameplay showing. That's good. The non-green screen is great if you have a large video game collection, or if you have a bunch of like figurines, statues, gaming memorabilia, posters, anything like that. That, especially because that kind of stuff can start conversations from random people coming into your stream. If you have stuff like that, it would be great to post it up. Do it. Show off your room. Show off your stream. Another reason that a non-green screen is really good, I see more and more streamers using this, is the multi-camera. If you get a Stream Deck and you get a multi-camera setup, you can buy these little Elgato devices that will plug into your cameras, and it basically controls when they are active and when they aren't. And you can get different perspectives of your stream. You can get a head-on, you can get a from the side, you can get from the other side, you can get up high, you can get a wide view. There's so much potential for you to expand your stream and make it unique by not going with the green screen and decorating your streaming area. Your apartment is old and shitty. Sam, my house is old, like 1940s is when this house was built. When you start more or less, just so you know, this is more of the viewers than me. No, Redwood, I appreciate it. So when you're first starting out, I would recommend just getting a camera. If that's the direction you want to go. Again, cameras are not necessary. They're very helpful. As you can see with Sari's stream, he started off with no camera. He did a story stream where he played like Telltale games or Life is Strange, stuff like that. And he has a lot of personality in his voice, but you couldn't see his reactions. And once he got his Kinect or a Kinect for his Xbox, plugged that in, his viewership went through the roof because of seeing the raw emotion play out on his face when he does his story streams. So if you're playing games like that to where a reaction is expected, then you want that camera. Horror streams, if you're playing Alien Isolation, you want to see when the streamer gets scared. You don't want to hear it. Well, okay, you want to hear it as well, but you want to see that sheer look, the oh shit, I'm gonna die look, pop onto their face when something jump scares them and they have a panic fit and throw something at the screen. That's what you want to see. And that's a great reason to have a camera. That being said, a camera is not a 100% must-have item, especially if you're starting out and you're just trying to get up and running. Don't worry about a camera. Just push the live button. Stream from your console. All consoles give you the ability to stream now. Stream from your console. Download the Twitch app on Xbox, on PlayStation, whatever. Have your mobile phone plugged in nearby, or a tablet, or something that has a Twitch app with your dashboard open and your chat, and play. And use your headset microphone and just turn it on and play and talk. That's the only way you're ever going to start. Don't wait for the stars to align and the moon and sun to align and all the planets to align before you hit that go live button. Just do it. I will challenge anybody who is thinking about streaming this week, just hit the go live button for the first time. Even if it's for 30 minutes, and play something and talk. Hell, group with friends and just stream that. Just make sure that if you are grouped with your friends, that you don't neglect your conversations. Tell your friends that you're streaming. That way, if you start talking to somebody in your stream, they're not completely like, whoa, what the hell are you talking about? Stuff like that. Let me catch up on chat real quick. I agree. I am more likely to leave a stream if they don't have a camera, unless it's a RP game. And I mean, so that's viewer. If you don't have a camera, you need to make sure you are a very personable person when it comes to your voice and talking and communicating and being personable. You need to make sure that you are holding a conversation. I mean, I streamed for, I don't know, Confined. Can you help me out with how long I streamed without a camera? Probably 6 months before I got the streaming setup up and running and got a camera going. I was already affiliate before I got my camera up and running. Just for the record. So camera's very nice to have, but not a must-have item. Let's see, I would also suggest have someone you know do a sound check your first 10 hours or so of streaming. My headset mic settings were wrong. Was talking about no one could hear me and no one followed us. Absolutely, Sam. Absolutely. So also just have your stream up on your phone and do a sound check yourself. There's a delay. So having your volume cranked up when you go live and testing your features out will do wonders. Had people suggest that you change your name to Technical Difficulty Sam. If you don't have a camera, talk to chat. Yeah, no, I mean, so if you do have a camera, talk to chat. You should always be talking to chat. The only times that I'm not overly active with my chat is when I'm in a raid. And even then, usually on our downtimes when we're discussing stuff, I talk with the stream. Thankfully, we have a really great raid group who is just hilarious, and majority of us stream, so we just play off of each other's conversations with the stream, and it goes wonderfully. But yeah, always be talking. The only other time that I am a little on the light side of conversation is if my blood sugar is low. So stream, if you ever see me just like having a hard time coming up with stuff to say, tell me to check my blood sugar, because I'm probably low. Streamlabs took a while. I remember the test streams and trying to, yeah. Streamlabs was a bit. Yes, you did. Confined. I mean, if you don't have a camera, that's the only thing that will give. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Very much so. Because you could. So here, look at Lyric, okay? He's the biggest streamer that I know who doesn't use a camera. Him and Moon Moon, although Moon Moon is using a camera more and more now. But Lyric, he rarely, if ever, uses a camera. But he's got such a huge community, and it's because he's just constantly talking, and he's got a good personality, and quick-witted, and you know, he's on the ball when it comes to conversations. All right, chat, what's next? Come on, more questions. Who's next? So, Chad, ideally, at some point for this this stream, I would love to do a like a call-in version of it, where people come into the Discord, and I bring them into the private chat one-on-one, and they ask their question, and then I answer the question, and we have a conversation about it. That would be fun. I would think that'd be so cool to actually talk to people instead of just reading chat. Streamer you follow that plays GTA 5 roleplay and doesn't use a camera for it? That could very well be Lyric or Moon Moon. They both play that. Also for camera, even if you use the janky one from your PC Mac, that is better than nothing. Yeah, absolutely. Now there are some people who could potentially have a camera who just don't have one because they are camera shy or they're nervous. You know, the internet is a very mean place. The anonymity that people have on the internet make people say and do the most disgusting things, and be absolute pieces of trash. So putting yourself in plain sight of everybody can be a very difficult step. For female streamers, you know, you have the craziness in Twitch where you know, they show themselves and it's automatically thought of they're sexualizing themselves for follows or subs or stuff like that. You know, there's worry on their part that they're not beautiful and that people are gonna make fun of them or stuff like that. It's crazy, and unfortunately it's a very real situation that we're a part of in this day and age on the internet. People say stuff that they wouldn't normally say to someone, and there's nothing that stops them except a ban button, a timeout button, and a report button. But by that time, the damage has already been done. So, you know, it's very hard for some people to put themselves in front of an audience. It's easier to have a conversation and be anonymous without anybody knowing what you look like than it is for some people to put themselves out there, get their face on stream, and have to face potential abuse from the very people you're doing a stream for. Let's see, you guys wear a paper bag like you? That language can come back and bite you in the butt. Which language? I'm confused. Oh. Also, one thing as well that you want to watch while streaming is language. Yeah, okay. So yes, I missed that part. Sorry. Yeah, language. So I am a mature stream. When you click on my stream, regardless of if I'm in a streamer workshop, just chatting, my Division stream, my Borderlands stream, anything like that, I have a mature rating because I cuss. And the cussing can be excessive at times. But what I make sure I never do, because it's not who I am. I'm never sexist. I don't use conversations like whore or anything to that effect. Sickens me. I don't like those comments. I don't like those words. I think they're disgusting, and I think there's better and nicer ways of describing somebody than using terminology like that. Racist conversation, like racist speech, will get you banned from my channel in no time flat. Sexist speech will get you banned from my channel in no time flat. Bigotry will get you banned from my stream in no time flat. I don't put up with people hating on other people. I don't like it. I think it's ridiculous, and I think that if you put that same person in front of somebody else, they would never say that. They're purely saying it because they are on the internet and they can get away with it, they think. That shit should not be tolerated. I understand freedom of speech, all that shit. That's cool. Go do it somewhere else. I don't accept it. Period. Language is something. What's a big downstep for you personally while I stream, but it's a good point. Groundhog, dude, it's good to see you, man. I think it's your space first, not saying that all bad language is okay, but if you die and say fuck, it's different. Yeah, no, okay. So cussing is fine. Like, cussing is good. Well, okay, it's not good, but it's acceptable. Shit. I mean, yeah. As I said, I have a mature marker on my stream, and I cuss. It happens. It happens in everyday life. It happens at my work all the time. So it's just part of it. If you want to be a family streamer, that's awesome. Go for it. Chat, if you can hear my dogs, I apologize. But you know, make sure that it is known in your rules when the person comes into your stream that you are a family streamer and you don't like that kind of speech in your stream. Make sure you lay out in that little rule section that somebody has to click OK on to interact in your stream with, that you have everything spelled out, that you're running your community off of those rules. Chat, give me just 1 second. Okay, apologies, chat. Let me see, where was I? Think Dino has seen you throw a fit in PvP in Division during your stream. I might have, possibly. Ban Confined every chance I get. Yeah, but Starla, we ban Confined for other reasons. Redwood, your jokes were hilarious, and that's why I have a mature rating on my stream. Is specifically for stuff like that. And, I mean, if your jokes ever got like too out of hand, I would tell you to tone them down. Again, I'm not a shy person. And I have no problems telling people to chill out. I get banned every time I go into Magoo's. Give me that frustration bottled up is bad for you, causes heartburn. That's where my heartburn comes from. Is acceptable, but not every second word you say on stream. Oh, absolutely, Groundhog. Absolutely. There is a tactful way of cussing and a over-the-top way. You want to do the tactful way of cussing. Ninja is a family streamer. Yeah, I mean, he changed. He also has his like Ninja After Dark or whatever, I believe. I'm honestly not sure. I don't really follow Ninja and his stream. Like, no offense to him, he's done amazing things and everything. It's just not my cup of tea. Doggy is in big trouble now. Nah. I just asked her to keep it down. Alright, chat. What else? What's next? So those are both really good points on camera usage and language. You know, the language that you use, expect it to be used in your chat. So make sure that if you're using it, you're not offended by it. And again, I hope that you guys get where I'm coming from with the previous discussion I had just had about the whole sexism, racism, stuff like that, and that it doesn't really belong on these forums, in my opinion, in the slightest, and that, you know, there are reasons why people don't use cameras, and it's because the internet can be a very ugly place. I am friends and I watch quite a few people in HGG, and, you know, a lot of them don't use cameras, and I've never asked them outright why they don't, because it's really none of my business. And from a lot of them, I wouldn't be surprised if it has to do with how mean the internet can be, because they can't pull those people into the dark zone and go to town on them and kill them every chance they get, you know. It'd be great if they could, because then no one would talk shit to them, but they can't. It's your chat. If you don't want something in it, you have the right to ask them to stop, time out, and ban. Yeah, absolutely. So, and that's unless it's, like I said, outright racism or just over the top and quite clearly looking for a ban, I'll usually do a timeout first and explain to the person why they were timed out, and tell them that when they come back, if they decide to do it again, they'll get a ban. And my bans are permanent because I give people every chance to correct their behavior, and if they don't take that chance, then I don't need them here. I don't need that follow. I don't need that sub. I don't need any of that. I want a good community that everybody enjoys and nobody has to worry about saying the wrong thing. I want everybody to feel at peace and just love everyone in the community. That's what I go for. What else, chat? Great questions tonight. Just a reminder, chat, once we're done here, we will swap over to Division for a little bit of farming, all that good stuff. Like that one guy came back to Sari's and you DM'd him and told him the rules. Yeah, exactly. See, the rules, again, they're there for the person to click on and say okay and agree to, but 9 out of 10 people will not read those rules. Guaranteed. They just click okay so they can get in the stream and talk. And majority of the time the conversation's good. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's used for self-promotion. And that's when the streamer often steps in and says, hey, look, we don't do that here. You gotta stop that. If you don't, you're getting timed out. You're getting banned. See? Chat. Confined. You see that? Wait, right there. That's why we put up with them. We're going to talk about mods in a different later stream. Yeah, Redwood. I mean, if you have specific questions, we can talk about it now. If not, then we can cover mods as a topic on the next one or the one after. But if you have specific questions relating to mods, ask away. Because if you have it, other people might have it. My invisible cup. Like this, the Q&A session itself at the end of these streams are for any question at all for streaming. It's not just for the topic that was covered. It is purely to get answers for people looking to stream or just have questions in general. What is my idea about using code words for timeouts or bans? Are you talking about from a mod using code words to like ask the streamer, or the streamer using code words to talk to the mod? Streamer to mod? That's something you would have to talk to the streamer about. As I've said during the stream, I'm not a shy person, so I don't have any issues calling a person out on their bullshit right here and now. So I don't necessarily think that I need a code word or anything. I will just flat out say, hey, Redwood, will you time out so-and-so? Hey, Redwood, will you ban so-and-so? Hey, Confined, will you time out? Hey, Confined, will you ban, etc., etc. I don't tiptoe around stuff like that, because usually to get a timeout or a ban, that person is already acting immature, and I don't think they deserve to have their to have their dignity spared. Let's put it that way. So I don't think a code word is necessarily needed. Now, if you are unsure, Redwood, you and I have actually had this conversation regarding somebody in Sorry stream. So for my stream, I tend to look at I give my mods free reign. I trust them with the sword, and I don't think they're going to make a mistake. They know that as long as it's not like outright racism and they are just over the top 100% straight from the get-go, that I will do a timeout first and explain things to them, and I expect my mods to do the same thing. That being said, if they continue on when they're done with their timeout, then they get the ban. And I trust my mods, and I won't question my mods when they ban someone. I will probably go through and look at the VOD, assuming that it's not muted because of music, and see what this person came in and said to warrant the ban. But ultimately, if my mod gives a ban out, I'm sticking to it. I think I have one ban in my channel, and that was given out by Starla, because somebody came in and was being absolutely rude and not stopping to take a breath when they were attacking her, and so she banned them, and I didn't question it. I agreed with it, and I kept it. Starla, when you did the ban in my channel, it was a while ago. It was back when all the stuff with Kraken was going on. Yes, when I had you as mod, Starla. So again, Starla, don't do that face. Again, Starla's a mod for like 10 channels. She's the the guru mod. So I ended up making her a VIP in my channel. That way she can come here and not have to worry about enforcing rules. She can sit in a stream and enjoy it for the stream itself. She's a good mod. She's a wonderful mod. She's an amazing mod. But I didn't want her feeling like she had to be in this stream and 5 other streams trying to control every single one of them. As a model, whisper the streamer and ask them if they are walking the line. Like I said, Redwood, in here, if you feel they are tiptoeing that line, feel free to time them out. and then send me a whisper about it, and we'll work it out then. Let the person know why you timed him out, and we'll go from there. I'm not important enough to mod for you. Oh, stop it, Starla. Biley, I got this. Belelio? Did I say that right the second time? Belelio? Thank you for that follow. I do appreciate it. You're a type 1 diabetic? Me too. Since I was 2 years old. So, over 30 years. Let's see. What is stream sniping? Has it ever happened to you? How would you handle it? I don't think I've ever been stream sniped. Papadopoulos. Maybe on survival towards the end of Division 1. But I can't say I was stream sniped or know for a fact I was stream sniped. I had a viewer who used to hang out in my channel, and we used to joke about how we've never ran into each other in survival, and then one time we actually did run into each other, and he ended up getting the drop on me and killing me. But I don't think he was stream sniping me. I think it was purely a coincidence, because we both turned the corner, saw each other, and we're like, oh shit, and opened fire on each other. And he just turned out to have the better gear set and survival, and just tore me apart. If it would happen to me, I mean, I'd honestly be kind of honored by it. I think that's cool. That being said, after a few times, I'd probably get tired of it, and I think it's hard already to stream snipe an affiliate because you have the delay. So it's not like I can add a larger delay or anything like that. It's just something you deal with. You either go and do something else, or you deal with the stream sniping. Oh, what is stream sniping? I totally missed that. So yeah, stream sniping is in survival. If I were to queue up for survival and somebody was watching my stream, they queue up at the same time and we both go into the same game. Or any other PvP event. It usually happens with PvP stuff. Battle Royales are especially bad. Belelio, how long have you been type 1 diabetic? Well, how long have you known you've been a type 1 diabetic? Let's say that. We're going to keep this conversation going on the side along with the streaming stuff. He don't got this. Probably not. How about slow mode, follower only mode, or sub only in chat? So Redwood, the slow mode, maybe if I were to ever go to like 5,000 viewers or some insane number like that to where I couldn't keep up with chat, then maybe I would use slow mode. But I would never use follower only mode and never use sub only mode. I don't think I'll ever be big enough to use either one of those. Okay, I take that back. Follower mode I might use in raids if I was ever 2,000 viewers plus. And that's just because you tend to get a lot of people coming into streams during a raid who are brand new, who are there purely to troll you. So I would probably do a follower mode for that, but that would be the only time. Other than that, sub-only mode, no, never. Since 14 years old, you're 23. And do you have your diabetes in pretty good control, Belelio? You've done some sniping in Div 1 skirmish. You'll never do it again. All I remember is a shield and someone saying, we got a runner. The sound of 2-7's shield smacking you on the back of the head. I have seen streamers use slow mode if they are running a raid. So Redwood, I will admit that I don't have much knowledge on the slow mode. I know it slows down the stream considerably so that you can keep up with it. I don't think I've ever had issues keeping up with the stream, even in a raid. So that's why I probably wouldn't use it, especially right now. In the future, I can't say yes or no. Yes, sometimes, not good all the time. I have kids. Yeah, I have kids, but they are stepkids. So they don't have to worry about getting it from me. All right, chat. What other questions? If any. And if not, we will swap over to Division. It stops, watches form spamming where they have to wait 30 seconds. Okay, that's right. They have to wait like 30 seconds between each comment they make, right? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really think I would use it much, if at all. Which games do I play on my channel? I play Division 2, Belayo. Mostly. Also do a Borderlands stream on Thursday, which, by the way, chat, we might end up scrapping Borderlands 1 and just heading straight into Borderlands 2, because we aren't sure if we're going to be able to complete all of Borderlands 2 before Borderlands 3 hits. And that game is just a lot more entertaining to watch than Borderlands 1. So we might be doing that. We're currently discussing it. Me, Sorry, Joe, and Bell. But that would restrict me the most in chat. In that case, let's go to it. All right, do we have any more streaming questions? If not, we're going to wrap it up and get into some Division. For about an hour. We can probably get the rest of the exotic done. When you view other streamers' channels, do you think a camera is important for drawing or keeping you in their stream? It depends on the stream I'm watching, Papadopoulos. I think for example, for Sorry's stream, his story stream has exploded when he started using the camera. To see those reactions of the choices that he makes in those story streams is everything. It sets a good stream apart from a amazing stream. He was already very personable as far as voice goes. The camera just heightens that experience that much more. And I think in a story stream like that, or a scare stream like a Alien Isolation, or Friday the 13th or any kind of scary game that has the jump scares in it, I think you need that camera if you're going to be streaming those. Absolutely 100% need those, because the viewers are there to see the reactions that you make from the choices that you make. You make a wrong choice in The Walking Dead, they want to see the look of sheer terror go across your face. They want to see that character that you just condemned to death on your face. They want to see that. Now, other games, action games, Division 2, Ghost Recon, Call of Duty, stuff like that, it's in the air. It's 50-50. If they are a streamer who talks a lot and is very personable and is constantly talking about what they're doing, their strategy going on, stuff like that, then I don't necessarily need a camera. If they are kind of hit or miss on their discussions and keeping up with chat and stuff like that, then I kind of need a camera to see if they're just really focused on the game or if they're just ignoring and looking at Reddit on their other PC monitor, something like that. That's how I look at cameras. There are some games that, yes, I would say it's pretty much required. There are others that I would say it's not required. It can help, but it's not needed. Let's see. What bot do I like using the most? Bot, starting out, I think Nightbot is probably one of the best. It gives you a good knowledge of commands. It gives you a lot of versatility. And you don't need a external application or anything like that. Streamlabs I like, but again, I have to have the Streamlabs bot fired up on the computer for it to work in the stream. That's one reason I'm looking at moving over to StreamElements, so that my bot is up 24/7 regardless of if the stream is up or not. That way, if somebody wants to get my Discord channel, they can go in !Discord and join the Discord, or whatever other command they might want to use. If Confined wants to come in and use his !Listen command, he can do that just to hear the command. But yeah, StreamElements I think is probably going to be the way I go in the future, not only for the bot but also some other stuff. They're one of the few sites who has a safety kind of built into the donations, to where if somebody fraudulently donates and plans on taking it back later, it doesn't affect the streamer. So stuff like that I can get behind and I like the thought of, even though I haven't really had any need for it up to this point. Always planning for the future though. Got a camera recently and I think I'm going to use it. Papa, you absolutely should. I mean, Papa, you already post quite a few pictures and whatnot in Twitter, so you might as well hook up a camera and throw it on there and give people that beautiful mug of yours to watch while you stream. SL has a cloud bot now. Do they? I guess I haven't seen it. maybe you need to change the Stream Elements. You've been using Streamlabs bot since forever. Yeah, I mean, I like Streamlabs bot, but Stream Elements, from everything I've seen, is just generally easier because it's a cloud base, not a application base. And that even works, that even goes for overlays and whatnot. With widgets and things like that, you need to be able to code in like Python or I believe C#. I'm not sure what other coding languages you need. But Stream Elements, you can do it much easier. Can I get a insulin pump from USA to your country? You live in Morocco. When you order a insulin pump from USA and you send it to your sister, she lives in the United States, they send you a message that says you need an authorization from your doctor, and the doctor should be in USA, and they tell me you need to talk with your doctor to ship your your insulin pump. I don't know how to fix that. You're so tired with injection 3 times a day. Belelio, I'm honestly not familiar with international stuff like that. We go through insurance, and insurance deals with all of that. I don't know if you have insurance in your country or how that works, but that's probably where you would need to talk to them. However, all pumps you ship internationally, so I don't see why they need anything from the USA. Any other questions, chat? No problem. Sorry, wasn't more help. I think CloudBot is limited in use and no chargebacks. Yes. Yes, big reason for Stream Elements. Alright guys, I think if that is it, we'll continue this conversation. If anybody else has any more streaming questions, ask away and I'll answer it. We're going to load up some Division though and get going on there. If you are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Like I said, I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv /diabetic_dino. The information will be in the description down below. If you did enjoy this video and found it useful, please hit subscribe and like. I would greatly appreciate it. And we do this once a month, so always be watching my Twitter or Discord for when it'll happen next. Until then, guys, take it easy.